Hello, campus ministers. I am Derek Lex, and it is an honor to serve you as the CMI Administrator. For the last 9 years, I have been involved with the campus ministry at Indiana State University in Terre Haute, Indiana. Over the course of those 9 years, there have been few things more rewarding than seeing someone come to God through our campus ministry efforts. If you are attending this conference, I believe it is safe to say that we would all love a campus ministry to be on every campus. I truly believe that campus ministry is an untapped gateway to the end-time harvest. In order to make that happen, we need to activate the resources available to fund your campus ministry. There are two main avenues of funding that we are going to focus on today. The first avenue we are going to explore is on-campus funding. Funding on campus is more readily available if you are a registered student organization with your university or college. However, if you are not registered as a student organization, there still may be funding available to you. Most collegiate settings will refer to this as student organization funding. The way your campus structure is designed will direct you to what office you can go and inquire about funding. It may be at the Student Activities Office or Campus Life Office. Some may only offer funding through their Student Government Association. Many times, funds can be used for a variety of things, or they may need to have a specific allocation. One of the most popular things to use funding for are events. Let me share a story of one such event that we hosted at Indiana State several years ago around homecoming. We wanted to host a block party style type of event to give students something to do after the homecoming game. Make sure to do your research and check with your campus on the timing of funding requests because submission deadlines are very important. The way our campus funding worked is we had to apply for funds to use in the fall semester during the previous spring semester. So if we were to do the same event this semester in the fall of 2020, we would have had to have applied in the spring of 2020. This meant we had to start planning early in the spring semester, submit a proposal, which was just answering some basic questions, a short event description, and how much money we were requesting, to the office where they would evaluate the request and they could ask any follow-up questions if necessary. While we were not approved for the full amount, we did receive a majority of our request. We were able to use those funds to have inflatables, food, gift card giveaways at our event where we had around 70 people in attendance throughout the course of the night. Other event ideas that are possible by receiving funding is a cookout around the beginning of the semester when students have moved back on campus and they are looking for student organizations to join, especially new students. You may also be able to plan a worship night where you could plan to have food and fellowship afterwards. The types of events your campus ministry can host will depend on your campus. Funds may also be used for weekly meetings to supply giveaways or food, or even cover promotional items like t-shirts, pens, water bottles, coffee mugs, everything a college student loves. You can find some more great ideas on how to use your funding by going and watching the CMI training video, Funding Your Ministry, on ministrycentral.com. Other opportunities for on-campus funding may be going through the appropriate channels or office to be able to host a table of something you have made, like a bake sale or selling flower arrangements for Valentine's Day. These types of funding ideas have a twofold benefit by not only bringing publicity to your campus ministry because you're usually set up in a high-traffic area, but it also serves as a way to raise funds for your ministry. The last funding opportunity we want to explore for on-campus funding are travel grants. If they are available and how you apply for them will differ for every campus. However, these grants can be utilized to attend conferences like CMI Awakening, where funds may be able to be applied to fuel cost, hotel cost, flight cost, registration fees, and those funds may cover a portion or even the entire cost of the trip. So be sure to do your research and see what is available to you on your campus. Please remember to follow all the guidelines and policies that your university or college has set regarding funding. The second avenue we are going to explore today is off-campus funding. One area to consider is church-sponsored funding. Before going any further, however, it is vital and key to speak to your pastor first before proceeding with any funding endeavors. Not only does this allow you to share the vision for the local campus again, But also, it allows your CMI chapter to be blessed by being under the covering of your pastor. Once you have the blessing of your pastor, there are many ideas you can consider to raise funds. Again, one is a bake sale at your church, or maybe it's hosted at a store in your community. You could do lunches or dinners to go after a church service. Another idea is to sell something you have made. It's very convenient to capitalize on the holidays, like Valentine's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, or even Christmas. One of the ideas would be to sell flower arrangements on holidays like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day. You may want to sell some type of a food like pies or desserts or candies on some of the other holidays. Another idea is to ask for a small budget from the local church. Again, having your pastor's support is vital. Fundraising opportunities have the potential to serve more than the singular purpose of money or sponsorship. When paired with the right brainstorming and planning, there are several possible kingdom layers at play. One layer is activating high school students, especially seniors, to be involved in the fundraising and to get invested early in the mission of others. Isn't just helping your campus ministry get funded, but it's also helping grow the lives of students and giving them experience to serve in grassroots ministry. I can personally speak of an event that we do at our local church where we host a college luncheon twice a semester. This is simply just a church-sponsored, home-cooked meal where we invite any college student to after our morning worship service. This type of event is where we activate high school students that can help serve and others in our church that can use their gifts and talents like cooking to help build the kingdom. Another kingdom layer that we may often overlook is engaging the elders or senior citizens in your church for support, even through prayer. But they also have knowledge when it comes to certain funding ideas and may be able to share some valuable wisdom to help your endeavors. Campus ministry long-term affects every generation of the church. So why not invite every generation of the church to invest in some form or fashion, either through prayer or giving time or monetary dollars? Another area to consider in off-campus funding is finding sponsors within the community. Ideas could be organizing a letter writing campaign or making phone calls or even personally visiting local businesses. Another idea is to partner with a local restaurant that may host a dine to donate type of event where a portion of the proceeds from that night could go to your campus ministry. These types of ideas provide another opportunity to spread the vision of your campus ministry. With every phone call and inquiry you make, regardless of the outcome or investment, the vision has been shared and the seed has been sown. There are no pointless phone calls or efforts, only more seeds of revival sown into the minds of the people, whether they choose to invest or not. Many make the mistake of viewing fundraising as a drag or a negative challenge, but it is actually an invitation for people to join and invest into God's vision for your campus, no matter the funding source or type. Only you know the culture of your campus and what your funding needs are, and that will differ from the campus across the country. But it is our hope that you and your team will brainstorm and plan not only the ideas from this session, but the many other possibilities that are available in your area. The CMI team is praying for you, we believe in you, and may God give you favor on your campuses and in your communities.